help staying organized this semester? Join me as I show you a tool you can use to organize your semester and help you stay on track. Start by making a list of assignments you have for each of your classes. This might include reading assignments, written assignments, tests, group projects, etc. You can put all of your class activities on it. Now generate your list. Here we generated a list for ICT 150. You can make individual lists for each class, or you can combine all classes into one list. We are going to focus on just one class right now. Once your lists are generated, you need to create a grid. You can do this by hand, or you can do it in a program like Excel or Google Sheets. We have provided a blank template on our website you can use if you prefer. Across the top of the grid, you should enter each class you are currently in, one class per column. Then down the side, you can put week 1, week 2, etc. in each row in the far left column. Ultimately, you will need about 16 weeks and one additional row for finals week. If you prefer, you can break it down even further by individual days or dates. Remember, this would make your grid substantially larger, but it may make things clearer for you. Once you have the grid constructed, it is time to start putting all of the items in place. As you can see, there are 15 items I identified quickly from the ICT 150 syllabus. I will be placing letters A through O on the grid based on the dates in the syllabus. Please note that since I am working with only one class right now, only the first column is being used. When you have multiple items for the same class for the same week, simply put all of those letters in the same cell. Looks like a plan, right? Well, almost. So far, all we have done is copy the items from the syllabus, placing them in the corresponding weeks they are due. Couldn't we already remind ourselves of due dates using the syllabus? Absolutely, but that is not what makes this organizing tool so valuable. It is what you do after this that makes this tool different and important. Working within the same grid, I can go in and add all the additional tasks I need to do to succeed in this class. These additional tasks might include things like conducting research, studying for a test, getting extra supplies, etc. All you have to do is add those items to your list, and then you can place them in the grid. For example, you will notice I added study for test as P on my list. This is something the syllabus does not tell me to do. However, I know that studying early is important. By identifying additional activities early in the semester, I can make sure to schedule them in accordingly. Hopefully, this will prevent me from cramming the night before a test or missing out on a reading before it is presented in class. If I look at the week that each exam is in, I know I need to put P, study for test, in the previous week. Since the first exam is during week 6, I want to put P in week 5. This will remind me that I need to start studying for the exam early instead of waiting until the night before the exam. I could continue this kind of breakdown of tasks for the class by looking at the major assignments and breaking them down into more manageable chunks. For example, if you know you have a research paper due in class, you also know you will need to find resources, evaluate resources, write a rough draft, proofread, etc. Why not include those specific tasks on your list and then include them on the grid? Doing this helps you make sure you devote time to a project periodically before the due date instead of trying to do everything in an evening or even a couple days' time. You can add those activities to your list in different ways. You can do what I did and just add those activities at the end of the list as new letters. Or you can label the items associated with the research paper as sub-items on the list. For example, if your research paper is listed on N, then you can assign numbers like N1, N2, N3, N4, etc. to the individual activities you need to complete the research paper. This method of ordering makes it easier to add tasks as you discover new things you need to complete. It also helps you achieve your goal by breaking assignments down into manageable chunks. Finally, you can add more columns beyond the classes to hold other campus and community commitments, social activities you want to participate in, or other activities. Then you can put important dates for those groups on the grid and schedule your homework activities around those if the schedule allows. This is a great way to stay on target academically and stay present socially and civically. I hope this short video has given you a valuable tool you can use to help organize yourself this semester. Keep in mind, this is your plan, so customize it how you see fit. For example, you can put actual dates down the left side instead of weeks if that makes it easier for you. You can use color coding of the letters to denote whether an item is an in-class item, a project, or a test. You can use subcategories like N1, N2, N3, etc. that I mentioned before. It is really up to you. The goal is just to keep you on track this semester. Please tweet feedback or your idea for using this organizing method to @UKYICT and use the hashtag HeyRoss. We look forward to hearing from you.